Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Dan Warpaint JKU. This is probably going to be the quickest video that I've ever done, but a lot of people lately are having issues with their 3.6 Penstastar oil cooler, okay? There is a hack to get your oil cooler to last. Do not be convinced that you necessarily need to go out and buy the aluminum one. Yes, they are better, but it's not 100% necessary, okay? So to give you a brief understanding of how everybody reads things on forums on the internet and then panics and thinks they're next, you got to take a chill pill, all right? Because here's the thing. The 3.6 Penstastar has been in every single Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicle that gets a V6, including the Ram 1500, okay, since 2012. They're still using it today. There's no sign of them stopping it because it's a super reliable motor, all right? Is it the best motor on the face of the earth? No, but doesn't mean it's unreliable either. And here's the issue with the 3.6 with the oil cooler. It's not a cold weather thing, okay? It's a torque thing. When you get your oil changed, which is why even in the summer, after an oil change, yours sometimes may start leaking. It's because the people at the oil change place, all right, they tighten down this right here, which is where your oil filter goes. They tighten it down too much. That is directly connected, okay? Directly connected to your oil cooler. When they tighten it down too much, what winds up happening is, actually before I get to that, it's super easy to also tighten this down too much because if you'll notice there's a hex head on it. That's for a socket. That is an enormous socket. It's like almost a 1-inch socket. So it's real easy to torque it too much. And when you torque it too much, it puts too much pressure on the plastic. And then in the cold, okay, once the plastic has fatigued a little bit, it winds up contracting and expanding and it winds up splitting and leaking. Now, your O-rings at the bottom of it, those can also fail over time. Nothing lasts forever. But don't think that like you have to swap yours out because it's a terrible product. Guys, this Jeep has almost 90,000 miles on it. It's always been perfectly fine. I've had it in cold weather. We just had that cold freeze that hit the United States. It was down to 16 degrees here. It's been perfectly fine, okay? My wife has a van with the same motor. Hers is perfectly fine with more miles on it. We've used these at work. I've owned many of these vehicles with many of these at high mileage, and they've all been fine because I do my own oil change and I don't over torque it. So what's the magic torque spec, okay? Barely tighter than a soda bottle, all right? When you close a soda bottle, you want to make it a little tighter than that, but not much. And most of these caps are actually stamped with a torque rating right on them. No one pays attention to it. So when you bring it to your oil change place, they over torque it, it weakens the plastic over time, and eventually it starts to fail, okay? That's the issue, all right? So again, don't think it's a cold weather thing. Don't panic. But if you do notice that there's oil in there, it's best to get it fixed ASAP because by the time it's dripping under the vehicle, you already have a quart of oil sitting in the top of the motor, right? So your motor actually has lost a quart of oil before it even starts to drip, all right? But again, guys, don't think that this is an emergency situation that is something that's gonna pop up every time it gets cold, right? Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Chrysler vehicles are popular even up as far north as Canada. They got a lot colder weather than we do. This is not that widespread of a problem, and it is definitely preventable. So guys, that's it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. A lot more videos coming, and this hack will definitely keep your oil cooler going for a real long time.